So, hi Shreyansh, thank you so much for being here today. Appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule. Uh, let's just kick things off, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so you pursued undergrad entrepreneurship when you were a student at IIT Kharagpur. You
hmm
pursued entrepreneurship at Rice when you were pursuing your MBA. You've tried starting up a few different times, and
hmm
I want us to kind of get into that story and uh,
Okay.
f kind of dive into what your college entrepreneurial experience was. And I'm
hmm
also curious about uh, what differences you felt between your entrepreneurial journey in as a college student in India versus a college student in the US. Uh,
Okay.
let's start. Do you want to give a quick overview of like the things you've tried building out in college, especially?
So in college, I had started a website called Zooful Play. It was a gaming website where users can come to the platform, play games,
Hmm.
and then make money out of it.
Hmm.
Uh, it started off as a like I was just curious about making websites actually,
Hmm.
and it was just like I thought I'll just build something while I'm learning.
Hmm.
But then a lot of people got interested and they started visiting the website. So I thought that, and I also I liked the fact that people are coming and using my product.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that was the kick for like continuing and building upon that. So that's how my first venture started in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was your only venture that you tried to pursue it when you were at IIT?
No, that was the first one which I worked on for about 2 years, I guess. And then there was one more called Next Show. It was
Okay.
a personalized movie recommendation platform,
Uh-huh.
socially aware movie recommendation platform. So
Uh-huh.
you can get to see what all your friends are seeing, what they're recommending,
Sure.
what they're liking,
Sure.
and you get recommended based on that. But also, we wanted to build a platform which is like India specific. So we had like onboarded movies and content from 26 languages all over India,
Mm-hmm.
and also like we also try to add like global languages like Mandarin and all that also.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we just thought we'll make it content rich and get as many people as possible onto the platform. So that was
And
the second one that I worked on.
for this one, what was your motivation? Was it to like try and build a business, or was it just like
No,
again a product?
for this one, the motivation was it was the last semester of college,
Uh-huh.
and one of my friends he was also interested in starting up something.
Mm-hmm.
So we just discussed and we just came up with this idea and we started it.
I
So we
see.
started it for the sake of starting something.
I see. Okay, I've done a bunch of that myself. And when we talk about your like undergrad entrepreneurial journey, one of the things that we both have talked about a lot offline, and I've kind of bought into this philosophy from you, which is that the best time to start pursuing entrepreneurship is in the second or third year, or not even just entrepreneurship, but to like explore anything. Can you talk a bit about that philosophy and why you feel that? Assuming that's accurate, maybe I misremember.
No, I mean, I don't know if this is a perfect time, but see, first year you're mostly, at least in my case, and I saw a lot of my peers as well, right? They're just like getting accustomed to a new environment, and everything is like the where you're staying is new. Maybe you're outside your home for the first time, living on your own. You're making new friends, and
Mm-hmm.
kind of you're still academically inclined because you have that's how you've been like all your life.
Yeah.
So maybe your mind doesn't naturally go out there and like think about doing something else that
Mm-hmm.
no one else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
You just go with the flow. But that's the first year. But second year onwards, you see people start experimenting and doing different things here and there. And kind of you're also like done with, you have that freedom of doing something that you want, which you're not yet used to in the first year, but you start getting used to it. So maybe that's how naturally people start doing new things in the second year.
I see.
Yeah.
And then you don't think fourth year is the right time to start like
No, I think after second year, I think the right time to start is like whenever you feel the right time to start is.
hmm,
Definitely after second year, it's a good thing.
for
But
sure.
the only problem after fourth year is that at least the problem that happened with me is that we started next show in our last semester, right?
Yeah.
And then both of us, we were placed already when we had started. We were
Yeah.
placed in our individual companies. My co-founder was placed at Google. I was placed at Cisco.
Yeah.
Uh, and we tried to like continue that when our job started as well.
Mm.
But it was definitely more difficult because a new job, again, a new city,
Yeah.
and like everything is new. So it's difficult to keep up. And I guess the main reason why we stopped working on it is like, was definitely like we couldn't cope up with our new jobs and our new lives,
Sure.
basically. Yeah.
And was there ever a time when you guys discussed maybe not starting a job and like doing this full time? Was that a consideration, or it was always like we're going to go for jobs and maybe we're going to do this on the
No,
side?
in our case, that wasn't like I told you, we were already placed in December and we
Sure.
started this in January
Okay.
just because we had the time and we thought that,
Mm.
and we thought that if it like, if it works well, then eventually we will leave our jobs later
Mm.
on.
Mm. Mm.
But we never thought about not going for our job at that time.
Got it. Got
Yeah.
it. And I think another thing I was very curious about s- from an entrepreneurial undergrad entrepreneurial perspective. I mean, everyone knows that IIT is like one of the toughest schools to get into, and there's a lot of pressure on you, and there's a lot of like social recognition as well, right?
Mm.
And when you like start something coming from like a top tier school, in the world of entrepreneurship, there's high probability it may not work out, right? So, do you feel any like social pressure, like the image of myself, it's in socially is that Shreyans is like like really up there, right? When you start pursuing entrepreneurship as a college student, did you feel that concern that if this doesn't work out, then I have to tell people it didn't work out?
I mean, not during college. I think in college I had that safety net, right? Because I knew that I had 2, 3, 4 more years. And maybe that was the reason why I started without like thinking about anything. But even during college, my family was, I had already started getting worried that what is this guy, like, what is he doing? Maybe
Mm.
his friends are influencing him to do something other than
Mm.
studies and
Mm.
do something. And he keeps telling us that he's not interested in job and all that and internships
Mm.
and all. So they
Mm.
were really worried that what has he gotten into?
Mm.
From a family perspective. But my peers, they were very supportive. They always liked because I was doing something different, something new, and a
Mm.
lot of people were coming and like appreciating our product at that time. So
Sure.
peers were very supportive and they kept like motivating me and they kept encouraging me.
Sure.
Uh, but fast forward in college, it wasn't an issue.
Mm.
But I think once you go out of college
Mhm.
and the first expectation and like the way you are judged is how much you make
Mm. Mm.
by your family and even by your peers as well after
Sure.
later on.
Sure.
So then there the social pressure comes if you're starting up something and you don't make money,
Mm.
then there is a it's a different game after college.
For sure. For sure. And I think a question, or let's also talk about the timeline, right? Like you were in undergrad around 10 years ago. Is that accurate, approximately?
2013 to 2018, yeah.
Yeah, so approximately 10 years ago. And I
Yeah.
know now in India, like, I mean, I've been out of the country, in the country
Yeah.
right now, but like entrepreneurship is like really picking up, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
I think it's much more acceptable. It's like not just acceptable, but like people know about it more, awareness, right?
Yeah.
And and back when you did it, it wasn't as common a thing, right?
Mhm.
Do you think uh, your experience would have been different if you're trying to start up today in terms of like family support or like how peers would have viewed it?
Actually, one more reason like why in college I had started up, I didn't mention that is at that time TVF Pictures was released.
Hmm.
And maybe that was one of the very first things that were introduced in India about startups and all, right? And I was really motivated by that.
Hmm.
But that was just the beginning. And right now, after like fast forward 10 years,
Hmm.
a lot of content has been released. So people are getting aware. And
Hmm.
Shark Tank has also started. So
Hmm.
before this content was released only for the youth.
Hmm.
So only people like us would watch it. But now it's going into every home in India. And people now think that Shark Tank is basically what entrepreneurship is, right? Like
Hmm.
that's how people
Hmm.
look at it as.
Hmm.
So definitely, I mean, even now, still, I still think it's like in a nascent stage. Like people I don't know, I haven't done this, but I'm assuming that if I go to some random person, some random elderly person and tell them that I'm like doing something of my own,
Mm,
then they'll think, okay, you want to go to Shark Tank, is it?
mm,
So it's still very in a nascent stage. Like maybe people don't understand entrepreneurship that much yet,
I
at
see.
least grown-ups.
I see.
Yeah.
But do you feel, I'm just curious, and obviously you've been having these discussions with your parents about entrepreneurship for a
Uh-huh.
long time because, I have similar kind of like
Yeah, yeah,
experiences with my parents, right?
yeah, yeah.
Do you feel they're more accepting of it now? And not just because obviously
Uh,
you're having conversation, I would assume naturally they're a bit more, what is accepting of it, but socially,
mm.
like, do you feel their views have changed at like a macro
Yeah,
level?
yeah, definitely. I don't know if their views have changed because of me or because of the external society,
Yeah.
but they've seen that this is what I really want to do,
Mm,
and I'm motivated by this only. I
mm,
think most of my life they have pushed me to do a lot of things, and this is just one thing that I'm doing on my own. Like they don't
mm,
need to push me to do that.
mm,
Eventually, they just want, at least in my case, they just want me to be successful, whether it is entrepreneurship,
yeah.
whether it is a job. And if they keep like only thing is they are very emotionally driven. So if they feel that something is not working in my entrepreneurial journey, then
Yeah.
they'll instantly say, okay, then go get a job. But if they see that the entrepreneurial journey is picking up, then they support like crazy.
Mm,
They'll think, they'll brainstorm even more than me that what I can do in my startup.
mm,
So
mm.
they are supportive in that sense.
Got it. And and
Yeah.
and also let's talk about your entrepreneurial journey in the US as a college student in
Mm,
the US, which is where we met. Uh,
mm.
do you want to talk a little bit about what you did there? And then I'm also curious about your experience in these different ecosystems.
So in India, when I was doing it during college and undergrad, it was mostly self-driven, right? Uh, like help doesn't come to you. You really need to go and find out if there is anything available. So in our college we had an entrepreneurship cell, and we had a school of like entrepreneurship and all that, and I went there once or twice, but maybe I was young or I didn't realize the importance of like guidance and all that. So I never like seeked out any help as such. I just kept doing things on my own. But
Mm,
in US I felt that even if you even if someone sees you doing something,
mm,
they'll come and suggest, you can try this, you can try that, and help is available more readily, I feel.
mm,
Yeah, guidance, help, anything,
mm.
infrastructure, it's available more readily. And the second thing is, again, I mean, it's the timelines are different. Like I was like
Sure.
maybe like 6, 7 years older when I was in the US.
Mm,
But I still feel this difference is there, that in India, maybe entrepreneurship is not still seen as a science or as a like methodology of doing something, right? But
mm,
in US, in multiple courses during MBA and even in the accelerator that I was in during the summer,
mm,
entrepreneurship was taught as a science, as a methodology. Like
mm,
these are the steps that you follow, and this is how it maximizes success in your venture. I
mm,
never saw that in India when I was trying it, at least. Maybe it is there now.
mm,
Uh, but yeah, that is the like I think guidance, help, mentorship,
mm.
and methodology is the major difference, I think.
Got it. And I'm also curious about this question. Knowing again at this point, obviously it's a question a little moot because the world would have been very different in different scenarios. But
Mhm.
if you had the same like passion for entrepreneurship in undergrad, do you think your experience would have been different if you pursued entrepreneurship or if you pursued your undergrad in the US with an interest in entrepreneurship? Like, do you think you would have been more or less successful?
Uh, Probably, but I would still say like 80% of why things didn't work out was it was very like nascent, and just driven by one thing, that I want to build something and I want users coming there. Like I didn't have the capacity to think beyond that point.
Hmm.
Uh, but then as I like had more experiences and like learned from the outside world, there's a lot of things that get involved in like making your startup successful.
Yeah.
Maybe it's mostly a age issue, like in my case, at least I feel.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
And and let's also like kind of move the conversation back to your first
Uh,
like entrepreneurial experience trying to build Zuful Play. I think one
mhm.
of the things that I'm hoping to do on this maybe podcast or YouTube series, I don't know what it is to be honest, but I think I want to talk about like practical experiences and not just like at
Mm.
a high level. Uh, do you want to share how you found your like first users? And I think you're at 10,000 active users. What was it?
20,000, 20,000.
20,000. Yeah, yeah. So how did you
Yeah.
get 20,000 people? And if I remember, you barely put anything in marketing, like very negligible.
Yeah. I think so we started off as a betting website, right? Like we used to have like this cricket matches, bets, and
Mm-hmm.
football matches and all that. We used to put as bets, and people used to just come and bet and then win money from each other. Uh, but then we started having concerns about the legality of it because at that time all
Yeah.
this wasn't legal. So we thought that let us introduce more games. So in case there are some legal issues,
Mm.
it's funny that we didn't think about profitability, but we thought about legal issues at that time.
Yeah.
So if there are any legal issues, then let's have some more games to
Yeah.
diversify our risk, right? So we
Yeah.
start. We made our own. Like we thought we'll make some games which are not readily available in the market. So we made a hand cricket game which we used
Mm.
to play when we were kids.
Yeah.
But so that was the first game that actually helped us go viral, at least
Okay.
among like a few colleges here and there, and our
Yeah.
college also.
Yeah.
And then we kept adding more games. We started organizing contests.
Yeah.
So like we used to like release 10 games in one contest, 10 new games.
Yeah.
People come and play over 10 days, try to get as high scores as possible in all the games.
Yeah.
And then there used to be a like leaderboard
Mm. Mm.
who has played the games the best basically, and they win the most money and all that.
Yeah.
That was one marketing effort. I used to keep joining Facebook groups and keep posting
Mm.
about these things, how to
Mm.
make like money and all that. Then one thing that really gave us a boost was I had answered one question on Quora actually.
Mm.
So I went and searched for some questions like how to make money online and all that,
Yeah.
and I wrote about Zuful Play and everything.
Yeah.
That was, I think, the best like ROI that we got on our marketing efforts. It was just one answer, but it kept giving us traffic for the next 6 months. That
So
answer.
how
Yeah.
did you think that you can go to Quora and like write an answer?
I think maybe I was scrolling through Quora and I found like people uh, kind of linking their websites and answering. So
Mm.
I thought that maybe this could also help. And one or two of my answers had gone viral before actually on Quora. That got a lot of views. So maybe I think at that time I thought that if this also goes, then I might get a good
Mm.
traffic from here.
I see. And it did work out, right?
It worked. It worked. Yeah.
What were some other methods that maybe you tried but you had no traction from? If you remember any.
See
I
this, yeah, group posting, right? It initially like once or twice it worked, right? But then after that, I kept posting like on a daily basis in the same groups and kind
Facebook
of in my college, huh?
Facebook.
Facebook group,
Okay.
Facebook groups, yeah. In my college, I kind of came to be known as the spammer basically because I
Mm.
kept, so that image, my image also changed a little bit. I think after some time, people didn't used to click on my links in those groups.
Mm.
Uh, but I still kept posting for some reason.
Yeah,
Uh, because I just wanted the traffic to stay and not go away, not be temporary.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm also curious, did you at any point have exposure to like raising capital? Like, did you ever talk to any angel investors, VCs, or was that even a consideration?
No, no, not at that time. I think I was just enjoying myself. That's all. Yeah,
Sure. And then you also have an interesting story from what I remember of how you found some of your co-founders.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
someone hacked your site and you ended up talking
yeah.
to them and
So my very first co-founder was my roommate itself. So he was helping me learn how to build websites. Like I told you,
yeah,
that was what my motivation was at the beginning.
yeah,
But he started liking what I'm building actually.
yeah.
So he said, "I'll join you," and then we started working together.
Mm,
And then, like I told you, when we started introducing new games,
mm,
uh, found my third co-founder like that only. So he hacked one of our games and he won a lot of money basically,
yeah,
which
yeah.
we didn't have to give. Obviously, we didn't have like 10 zeros worth of money at that time to give. So
Yeah,
I just approached him and I told him that how did you hack this, and he told me this is how I did it.
yeah,
And I just asked him, do you want to join us?
yeah,
And he kind of seemed at that time different from the skill set that me and my co-founder, the first two of us had.
yeah.
He's more like a more good with words kind of guy, right?
Mm, mm, mm.
Uh, more of a marketing and sales person. So I thought he'll be a good addition.
Mm.
So that's how I approached him, and he was also interested, so he joined.
Was it the three of you? Were there more?
There's one more roommate who joined later, but he just used to help with some tech stuff. He was, I would say, like maybe half in, but then he left quickly. So
Got
yeah.
it. And if I remember right, you we once spoke about this, which was,
Mm.
Zofilplay didn't work out, but
Mm.
when you were finally looking for a job and looking for
Mm.
full-time placements in undergrad, most of your
Mm.
interview was talking about Zofilplay and your experience there, right? Was that right?
Actually, not my full time ones, but this was so I'd worked on the full plan in my second and third year, right?
Mm.
And because mine was a 5 year course, I had a fourth year internship as well, summer
Yeah.
internship. So for that, I was interviewing with Google for a customer engineering position,
Sure.
which was like I would say a position that obviously required tech knowledge, but also some kind of business knowledge as well, because I was working with salespeople and business people during the internship. So I had two interviews, like full interviews of 45 minutes each, and both the interviews discussed only Zuful Play. And they really liked my journey and what I had built with Zuful Play. And it was different from what others had done like in college. Just like normally others, they just like practice coding, algorithmic coding questions, and
Yeah.
they give tests and they pass the interviews, right? So they
Mm.
like that. And then I had an assignment after both the interviews as well, which was
Mm.
a case study, that they wanted a case study on Zufal Play itself.
Okay.
Yeah, so I gave like a 3 page case study and like what I learned from my journey. And I think they liked that overall, and I got that internship eventually at Google. So that was really helpful, I think.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a little biased here, but I think, folks who pursue entrepreneurship in college, whether it
Mm.
works out or not, they end up with better outcomes in life. That's
Mm.
because they end up learning a lot of skills. That's
Mhm.
my kind of bias. So I wanted to take an opportunity to further my bias by asking you a very leading question. Uh,
Good, good one.
uh, and let's also talk about your current passion for entrepreneurship. You're still on your entrepreneurial journey, still like trying to build
Yeah,
stuff, and now you're building DigiProfile. Do you
yeah,
want to share a bit more about DigiProfile and like what you're trying to build?
yeah. I'll tell you how this started, right? This was like
Yeah,
a couple of years ago,
yeah,
when we were looking for my better half. Like
mm,
it was an arranged marriage process,
yeah,
and usually how it is done is uh, like you make a PDF based resume, like a biodata of yourself, and then you share it with people. And
mm,
if there is any interest, then people contact you.
yeah,
So this was what was done for me also. My brother had made a PDF for myself, and my dad and my mom, they were sharing it on WhatsApp groups. But then my dad kept wanting to make changes,
mm,
and my brother was tired of making the changes again and again and again. And my dad
yeah,
was like kept sharing the PDFs again and again with the changes.
mm,
So my brother built a website based biodata for
mm,
me,
mm,
and because it was a link that used to be shared, it was dynamic as well.
yeah,
So it was a good idea, and my father, he started sharing the link with people
mm,
instead of the PDF. And
mm,
people generally, obviously, they were interested in my profile as well, but they
yeah,
are also interested, like, this is a new kind of biodata that you're making,
mm, mm,
like that we have seen. Who made this for you? They started asking them.
mm,
So initially, we ignored when two or three people asked, but then more people kept asking. So I thought that maybe this is something new and people would be interested in
mm,
paying for this
mm,
and using this. So for a trial, I just like try to contact these people, and I said, if you want one, I can make one for you, and I'll charge this much. And
mm,
two or three people bought it.
mm,
Um, so I thought that yeah, maybe there is something here, and let us try to build a business out of this. So right now, fast forward, uh, I have like I have a full-fledged website where people can come and fill in their details and instantly generates a website-based biodata for themselves. And recently I've started because now we have had like thousands of profiles, like people coming and filling in their details.
mm,
A lot of people came and asked us like, do you have other profiles that we might be interested in? That
mm,
can you help us even find someone who is good
yeah,
for us?
yeah.
So I've started a matrimony like 2 months back.
Oh wow,
Uh,
okay. I didn't know
yeah,
that. Nice.
yeah. So now I've started sharing these profiles with people like each other.
Yeah.
Uh, which I feel are good matches. And
Is
people are paying for that as well.
nice. So, are
Yeah.
you gonna become an AI based matrimony site?
We are already one.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I mean, so we have a lot of data, right? That's the best part. And uh, obviously, we're improving our like recommendation algorithm of
Hmm,
how we recommend matches to people.
sure.
Uh, but yeah, actually, so but the only I would say we are still like trying to understand what our differentiator will be from the existing matrimonial platforms like Shadi.com, Jeevan Sathi, and all that.
Hmm,
But right now, I can say that the differentiator that we have is we are a WhatsApp first company. We
hmm,
don't have a website where people go and look at their like matches and all that. We
sure.
just find the best profiles for them and we send them on WhatsApp. And
Hmm,
our TG, our target like audience is
hmm,
are these like elderly people who it's difficult for them to use WhatsApp only, right? Like
hmm, hmm,
uh, and going on a new website and a new app and then trying to get profiles is not easy for them.
hmm.
But because we're sending this on WhatsApp, we have a good response. So
Uh,
we are doing everything on WhatsApp itself right now.
Interesting. And I'm
Yeah.
curious, how did you end up with the insight that WhatsApp first might be beneficial?
Again, I would say like customer empathy like would be the MBA term for this, right?
Yeah, okay.
Uh, I interacted with a lot of my customers, right? And they were even confused as to like how to open a link and click on this and all that, right?
Hmm,
Using a completely new app for this is very difficult.
hmm,
Uh, but obviously people have adopted WhatsApp, like, so I thought that maybe we can get more conversions if we make a WhatsApp first product.
sure. And right now the team is just you, right?
Yeah, just me, but like I have my family and friends as support.
Sure. I'm also curious, and this is not something you have to be affirmative about, but
Yeah.
if, let's say, a student wanted to intern with you, right?
Mm.
And or they said, or someone said, I want to work with Shreyans because I like this idea. I think Shreyans is a cool guy. I'd like to work with him. How can they reach out to you? And are you even
Mm.
open to like having any folks work with you at this stage?
Uh, I mean, I think one thing definitely that right now I need help with is sales, right? Like I
Hmm,
get so many calls every day and like tracking everyone, every call, every lead is a little difficult. So I think as many people as like as many students can help, obviously need help with sales. Um, to like talk to these people. I guess there'll be a learning curve for the students as well.
hmm,
But talk to the people, close the sale, and
hmm.
understand what the like how this works basically.
Yeah.
So they can reach me obviously on my email. You can share it
Sure,
or my mobile as well, WhatsApp. Yeah.
sure. What would you prefer that I share?
WhatsApp.
Your WhatsApp number?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Luckily, I only have like 15 subscribers, so you won't be flooded with messages. Uh, but maybe in the future, maybe in the future.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh, that being said, I had one more question. I can't recall right now.
yeah,
Okay, I remember the question now.
yeah.
Uh, I think one thing that I learned through my entrepreneurial journey is that every individual has like a different set of skills,
Mm,
right? And everyone needs to kind of find other people who can help them with the skills that are not their strengths, and they need to focus on skills that are their strengths.
mm, mm,
Right? And I think this was something that was very difficult for me to understand personally. So I
mm,
think there might be other college students who may feel that I'm not good enough.
mm,
Right?
mm, mm.
Do you have any thoughts on that, or do you have anything you'd want to share on that if you feel similarly?
Uh,
And it is a very vague question, I realize, as
no, I understand. I'll tell you my perspective, right? At least this is what I think about myself. And I think this should be, if I think about this for myself, then this should be true for anyone, right?
Hmm,
I feel that you can do whatever needs to be done, right? If it is your idea and if it is something that you're really passionate about, then whatever needs to be done to make it successful, you will do it. Today, I am handling the operations, I'm handling sales, I'm handling the development.
hmm,
I take every each and every call right,
mm,
with the customer. I'm
mm,
doing everything that needs to be done. But
mm,
again, because I have the technology, I'm able to automate a lot of things.
mm,
Uh, so it is scalable. And my wife tells me that I'm very like confident about this, overconfident about this, but I feel that I can grow this to a good company myself alone. That's what I feel.
mm,
I might be weaker in a few areas,
yeah.
but because I'm passionate about the entire like idea, then I think I'll just get whatever needs to be done to go there. Yeah.
Sure. And last question, because we're kind of at the end of time.
Uh,
I'm limited by this Zoom call. I need to pay for a premium subscription. I probably should. Uh, I'm curious. Uh, if I remember right, when we first met at Rice, you were not a believer that like entrepreneurship could be taught, right?
Mm,
And obviously, you went through this Rice entrepreneurship experience, and you talked about the potential. There's some systems to maybe build some startups.
mm, mm,
Do
mm.
you think your views on that have changed, or do you feel similarly still?
I think it has changed little bit, right?
Hmm.
I mean, whatever guidance was given and whatever processes are set up that
Hmm.
were told to me in Rice, I've
Hmm.
seen a lot of people, a lot of successful entrepreneurs also suggesting the same thing. So maybe there is a science to this.
Hmm.
Uh, I do not like to follow like things that are already. If someone is telling me to do it, then mostly I'll be the person not to follow it, right?
Hmm.
I don't
Hmm.
like to follow something that has already been done.
Sure.
But I think this definitely increases your chances of success. uh and maybe I don't maybe I'm not doing it deliberately, but I think eventually you will end up doing all the things that they have asked you to do, right?
Hmm.
It's just that you will do it preemptively, if you know before, like, about it beforehand.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. I mean, thank you for that, Shansh. Just, I guess the last thing is, do you have anything else you'd want to say, or you felt you should have shared, or do you have any questions for me?
I should have definitely shared the link to my website, www.dgprofile.co.
Okay.
Never
I
miss a chance to talk about your company, your website, your startup.
Yeah.
Definitely go, and if you're looking for someone, uh, your better half or anyone in your family, definitely go and register on the website. This is what I wanted to say.
Okay. Awesome. I will link your website
Yeah,
in the description, and I'll also
yeah.
share your WhatsApp number if anyone wants to reach out to you.
Hmm.
Thank you so much for your time, Shansh. I
Just one
appreciate
more thing. I think I just I we have maybe a minute remaining,
Yeah.
but like to give a proper closing remark, I think entrepreneurship is just about going and doing things. Don't overthink things. Don't overplan things.
Mm.
Just go, do, learn, fail, and then repeat.
Keep
Uh,
trying.
yeah, keep trying.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Shansh, and hopefully one day, uh, hopefully one day we'll be able to talk again when we're at different points of our journey, and
Hopefully,
if
yeah.
this YouTube channel exists.
I think this is a really good initiative, and this will motivate a lot of college students to definitely start something.
Yeah, let's hope so. Cool. Thank
Yeah.
you, Shansh. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.